What's up, Juventini? Alberto here. This is the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. If you love Juve, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button right now because I got you covered, all right? And today we're going to tackle the news to May 29th. Motta'S plans being revealed. Are they going to align with Giuntoli's plans as he looks up to drum up the cash for this mercato? And Kiesa, a major name in that, all right? And we're going to take a look at the latest speculation around him not being part of the plans because for me, the case for him to remain goes stronger and stronger with each passing day, and we're going to tackle it all right now. But before we get into that, it's May 29th, and we all know what went down on this day back in 1985. Of course, the disaster that struck at Hazel, all right, and we lost 39 of our own. We must always pay respect and give our thoughts to the 39 that were lost, because I could never imagine a situation or scenario where you go to take in a football match and do not get to return home to your friends, family, or loved ones, all right? So to the 39 Angels, you are always with us. All right, now we break into the news. Nico Skira tells us that there are two foreign clubs interested in Wojciech Szczesny, all right? Yes, there have been renewal talks with Juventus that have been rejected. He will not extend and he will not cut his salary. His intentions, according to Nico Skira, are to see his contract out. For Perin, all signs point to him wanting to go and start somewhere. The Di Gregorio deal still not finalized, all right? But any scenario that comes up, even trying to move Szczesny, I don't see it happening because of his salary, all right? So unless Juve wants to take a hit on that in a move, which I see as being highly unlikely, all signs point to Szczesny being with us next season no matter what, and that's what I think is going to go down. Calafiori, apparently there's a difference of 5 million euros between what Bologna want, 30 million euros, and what Juve has offered in 25 million euros. Now, it's being reported that Bologna like Tommaso Barbieri and would be open to him being part of this deal. But apparently Motta is being reported to want to see him in preseason before making any decisions on Barbieri. We're going to get to Motta's plans in a little bit, all right? Other names that could be thrown into this deal are Facundo Gonzalez, Miretti, or Hans Nicolucci Caviglia. One way or another, this deal I see as getting done. It has long been speculated that Calafiori's desire is to join Juventus. He is going to be one of Juve's top priorities next to Di Gregorio for Motta. All right, now I see the deal getting finalized, but what I actually think is going down is I think when you look at the list of who the counterparts could be, Juve might be weighing out all their options in terms of sales for these players to see if they could get higher value and still finish this deal for Calafiori. So I don't think this deal's going to stumble, stall, or we're going to lose it. I do see Calafiori joining Juventus, but I think they're going to play their options out on these counterparts to see if they can get better value on some sales. Rabiot, apparently the contract discussions are intensifying, meetings are ramping up as Juve wants an answer by middle of June, but we are getting into the Euro tournament, all right? And the France squad has arrived. Will Rabiot give his answer before that tournament is over? I can't see it, all right? But there is growing optimism that this deal is going to get done from Juve's camp and that there could be a renewal, but we have to see, and I think we're going to be waiting longer than the reported today, middle of June. I think it's going to be end of that tournament. We will see, though, but apparently Juve not backing down from trying to renew the crazy horse. All right, now for Napoli, reports suggesting that they will not retain Di Lorenzo, all right, but they are asking 25 million euros, which could be too much for Juventus. But apparently Juve is going to put forth their offer to see what kind of difference is there, and there are counterparts being listed in this deal. Perin and Keane, their names popping up in this, but apparently Juve would be in pole position, and Giuntoli will definitely be monitoring this situation and look at adding Di Lorenzo at all costs. So let's see what goes down there. For Motta, we continue to hear, and as you've heard in some of the news today, about his plans for Juventus, and they're being revealed. Bremer, being one of the main names put out there for who can draw up money to fund this mercado. He, of course, would be the big treasure. Today, the report suggests Motta sees Bremer as untouchable. All right. And of course, we have other rumors lingering around Federico Chiesa, who's another big player that could drum up some cash for Juventus before we get to a host of young players, okay, like Caviglia, Miretti, Iling Jr., Sule, Huijsen, Barnechea. But what are Giuntoli's plans? How does Giuntoli see this mercado drum up? Are the two coach and sporting director's plans going to align? They simply have to. What are they going to do? Nobody has any idea right now. For anyone to state that Motta's plans are being revealed and that the media knows what he thinks about certain players, he hasn't even signed his contract for Juventus yet. He hasn't even been in the building as an employee. So I don't think anybody has any clue. But Bremer being untouchable would make sense. All right. However, with Chiesa, I think, despite the speculation that he may not be in Motta or Giuntoli's plans, the case for him grows stronger and stronger with each passing day. Goodmanson, we know about the news we heard yesterday in his sexual assault charges that he is going to be faced. For me, you just can't take this on with that going on in the background. That's a massive red flag. We move on. Outside of that, we started to hear the names Loriente, Greenwood, all right, Berardi. It is very, very weak, okay? The case for Chiesa to remain grows stronger and stronger with each passing day. I would also start to say that as reluctant as I am to sell Huijsen, the case for Sule to remain is starting to grow stronger as well. Or if you sell Sule, Iling Jr., you might keep him around to help us in the attack because Motta's going to need wingers, all right? So to deprive yourself of Chiesa now and look at those lists of replacements not being strong enough or equal to in strength of Chiesa, in my personal opinion, makes absolutely little to no sense. So for me, the case for Chiesa has gotten very, very strong to remain. Sule, Iling Jr., also outside shots to stay, in my personal opinion, but it's all going to depend on what Motta wants. Sule, though, I wouldn't be surprised if Motta says okay to sell him. I'm not so sure if he fits in that role because, yeah, there is a little more defensive duty that is required there, but that is a big, big wild card there. What does Motta want with Sule? Time will tell. The media, they have no idea right now, all right? Like I said, hasn't even signed. But when is he signing? Romeo Agresti says next week we will get the signature from Motta joining Juventus. 3-year deal. We are hearing it's going to be less than 5 million euro salary, but Agresti says he believes it's going to be 3.5 to 4 million for his salary. Obviously, that's net, so gross would take it over the 5 million mark. We will see. What are his plans? Are they going to align with Giuntoli's? Coop Miners, is he in that plan? Because Atalanta sticking to their guns and they want 70 million and apparently they don't want to sell him in Italy. They want to sell him abroad. Well, that's no surprise, all right? Serie A, the Italian clubs, these guys, the way they sell, they're ruthless. They will not help anyone in Italy. It's all about their own cause, and they will sell them for top dollar. It is what it is. Juve, Motta, Giuntoli better have a plan of action, all right? Because it looks like Giuntoli's going all in for Coop Miners, but I don't know if he's going to be able to swing it. Time will tell. That's the latest news break. You guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the content, but let's mix it up in the comments. What do you think about everything you just heard? Chiesa, I don't think that gets a stronger case than right now for him to remain. Bremer, untouchable, no-brainer. Who do we sell to bring up the cash? Let me know, everybody, and I'll be back tomorrow with another edition. As always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.